Hi guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome to episode 3 of our trilogy for Notorious with the Outsiders expansion. Yes, the trilogy mode where you play 3 contracts. The first contract using Notorious, the second contract using Outsiders, and the third contract using both. So what we'll be doing as we play the game, I'll be rolling to see which book we'll be using the tables for. So for example, rolling for exploration events, I'll be rolling a d6. On a 1 to 3, we'll be using the relevant table in Notorious. On a 4 to 6, I did say 1 to 3, didn't I? 4 to 6, we'll be using the Outsiders book. So it's combining both, and this is also a possible use for future games. Instead of just focusing on one book and using one book, it's actually good and gives you a lot more variety, obviously, if you use both. Now, previously, in the previous 6 videos, we have done episode 1, episode 2, and now we have come to our third and final contract for the trilogy. But before we can do anything else, as you can see, I haven't erased the information from the second episode yet, because at the end of episodes 1 and 2, we have to generate an upgrade if we are successful. After episode 1, we got a +1 to our defense. Let me grab the book with the thing, me bob. There we go. So yeah, episode 1, episode 2, after you're successful, you roll to get an upgrade to improve your character. You will lose assets and your stats here. Your starting stats for the episode depends on the epilogue of your previous episode. So again, I'm going to have to lose a lot of these points. But yeah, so episode 3. First thing we're going to do is generate the upgrade we get from episode 2. We get a 5. Add +1 attack to your melee ability up to a maximum of 5. Okay, that will do. So my current melee is +2 normally, +3 versus lead or target. So now it becomes +3 +4. I can live with that. Now, I haven't, to be very honest, I haven't had a lot of problems with the targets, because normally by that point, I've normally got good stats. I've got an asset or 2. I have had a few problems during the hunt, during the exploration and the destinations. There was a couple of times where I could easily have died. So by boosting at least one of my attacks, it's got to be a good thing. So I will get my pen. So now my melee normal becomes 3, but against leads and targets it becomes +4. Very, very nice. Now the reason why I haven't erased the information yet is because there is an upgrade which allows you to keep one of your assets as a permanent companion. Assets will normally only stay with you for a single contract. So having the ability to keep one definitely gives you an advantage at the start of the game. Right, so that's the first thing. The second thing is that we need to generate our new target. Back in a sec. Right, I have erased everything. I have put down my starting stats because at the end of episode 2, I only got 6 points. So that wasn't one of the best endings, but it was, yeah, it's okay, it's workable. So my running total is currently 18. I need more in this episode. But yeah, I'm starting with 1 favor, 0 notoriety and 3 motivations, my starting stats this time because of the epilogue. I've also put at the top here to remind me, although I'm kind of finding that writing things on here doesn't remind me, because I forgot my, I think I forgot this again in the last episode. I hope I remember it this episode because I might need it. But yeah, where we are going to be rolling on tables, or for example, like now, as we're going to generate our new target, we can basically use either book. So I've just put a little thing here, 1 to 3 Notorious, 4 to 6 Outsiders. And this will apply to a lot of things, whether I'm finding assets, rolling for events, designating the target, the leads, the species. Again, I'm going to be using a combination of both books for this. The first thing The first thing that we're going to have to figure out is what is going to be the main focus. Where are we going to be hunting our target? Because in episode 1, we were in the core planets. For episode 2, we moved out to the outside frontier, outsiders. And for the third episode, the final episode, I'm going to roll randomly to figure out where I'm going for the last contract. So I'm rolling a dice, and this is going to tell me where the contract is and what book we're going to be using. And of course, it's a new video, it's a new episode. We start off with a 1. That's me. So we're going to be using Notorious as the main location. So this is going to be used to generate things such as the species, the starting planet. So we're actually going back to the core planets for final episode. Right, so where is the thing about making the contract? Here we go. Right. Blah, blah, blah. So, species and name, personality and planet. All right. So, species and name first. Now, we've had a frog. We've had a fish. What are we going to have this time? Right. So, our new contract, our third contract species is 7. Human. Okay. And the name is, now we've already had Eli Jock from here. He was a lead in episode 2. So if I roll that, I'll roll again. So our target's name is 6. Kwame Divine. Right, okay. So, how do you spell this? K-W-A-M-E, Divine. Kwame Divine. Could that be female? I mean, we've had two male targets. Maybe it's time we have a female target. We had a couple of female leads in the last episode, the twins. Kwame. I don't know whether that's a male or female name. I'm thinking maybe female. Maybe I'll make this target female. Maybe because of the divine part. Or maybe I should switch it around. Divine Kwame. Yeah, that sounds better. Give me a sec. As if by magic, the name changed. So yeah, I'm thinking that now our new target, our final target is female, Divine Kwame. So I've just switched around the names. Okay. And I've put here human, ape-like. Personality is a 5. Solemn, sincere, thoughtful. For a villain, sincere. It doesn't really fit with a villain. Thoughtful, solemn. I think maybe thoughtful. Maybe thoughtful sort of fits more with a villain than sincere. Solemn could also possibly work, but I think I'll go with thoughtful. Thoughtful. Okay. So we've done species name, personality, planet. What planet are they from? D6. We've had Talus in episode 1. So the new planet. I'm not going to have Talus again. If I roll Talus, I'll roll again. So we get a 3. So the planet we're going to this time for our final episode is Iyama. Mega urban planet. Okay. So it's like a hive planet in 40k. You land your ship in the ruins of an old factory on the outskirts of a major city. I'm just thinking. Again, I don't think I've ever used this as a planet when I've played this game. I'm just wondering if the exploration tables are designed to really focus on a mega urban planet. We'll see. We'll have to see. Right. So sparse wasteland, a sea of junk, menacing depths and underground tunnels. Yeah, this is like Necromunda. So Iyama is the planet. Iyama. And its environment is mega urban. Can't spell. Mega urban. Right. What have we got now? We've got the major destinations, outreach embassy. Okay. Actually, what I'll do is I'll fill out the destinations and the species and the factions, and then we'll just come back and I'll explain. Right, so I've put all the information here. Actually, this is bugging me. This is bugging me. Mega. There you go, that's better. So yeah, I've put down the information here. So we've got the Outreach Outreach Embassy, Red Moon Towers, Lektok Junk Trawler, so the Lektok are the insect people, Skyway Train Station, Sunblot Spaceport, and the Old Empire Palace. The three predominant species are humans, Gol, who are horned aliens, Pellucid, who are crystalline, and then the three factions. The controlling faction is the Old Empire, boo, hiss. Red Moon, who are like a thieves guild, I think, in terms of what they are. Let's have a look. The Red Moon. The Red Moon. Secretive but influential crime organization. Manipulative. Favors using agents, assassins, and spies over open warfare. So yeah, I'm thinking like a thieves guild. And New Uprising, who are like the rebellion in a certain franchise we all know and love. Right. So the next thing we need to do is to designate, next thing we need to do is to choose a faction or designate a faction as the client and then choose one of their reasons for posting the bounty. Now, what I've been doing so far is I've actually been rolling. Did I do that for episode 1? I know I did it for episode 2. I rolled randomly. So we do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Bump. 1, 2. Old Empire. Ooh. Okay, so the Old Empire is giving me the last one. The second episode, did I roll randomly? No, because I think the first episode, my client, the epilogue gave me some kind of extra contract and stuff, so that's how I think that worked. The accused crime. Right, let's go back to the factions and pick one of the reasons why we have this contract. The target killed the governor of a planet. The target stole and supplied highly classified blueprints to the New Uprising. The target helped a legendary warrior of the Mystic Order to escape interrogation. I mean, let's do random. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We get a 2. The target killed the governor of a planet while they gave a speech passing new laws. Yeah, I can see that happening. Right, let me just write that down. Give me 1 second. Right, so I've just put here, the target killed the governor of Veltari, which is a random planet I rolled up, during a speech where they were introducing new laws. Okay, now I think we have everything we need to actually start the game. So we are in the core planets. So we'll be starting off using this as the basis, but I am going to be rolling randomly in terms of the tables that we roll on. So join me in a couple of seconds. Let me sort myself out and we will start the hunt for Divine Kwame. Be right back. Right, here we go. We are starting the hunt now. Because we are on a planet in the core, we are using the Notorious book. So what that means is when I do the exploration basic roll and the destination basic roll, I am going to have to stick with this book because it relates to the planet that I'm on. What these tables, they may not link up with the destinations that are given to us on the actual planet itself. So they may be in a different order. I haven't checked, but they may be. So what I'm going to do is whenever I do the basic or the first roll for exploration and destination, I'm going to be using the Notorious book. The event tables, we are going to be rolling randomly to see which book we're going to use. But yes, we are ready for the hunt. So again, we've got to find lead 1, lead 2, and then the target. I have 0 notoriety to begin with. I have only 1 favor to begin with. But I've boosted my attacks. Right, here we go. Right, so we're ready to go. So let's quickly go back to the planet. Right, you land your ship in the ruins of an old factory on the outskirts of a major city. Right, so we're going to start, we're going to move out from our ship. We're going to go through the ruins of the factory and we're actually going to start our travel. going towards some kind of destination where we're going to try and pick up information, try and pick up leads. We start off by rolling a d6. We get a 6. Nothing eventful happens. Gain 1 motivation and roll a dice. Okay, got 4 motivation now. Very, very good. So what's going to happen? Roll a dice. Right, so there's no events, but something worthy of note happens. We've got a 2. What peaceful local activity do you spend time observing? I don't know if I'm going to spend time doing anything. I've got a target to find. Peaceful local activity do you spend time observing? Maybe I see some young locals playing a game similar to football, or what you could say in America, soccer. Maybe I'm watching them play and it makes me reminisce a little bit about when I was young. Of course, we used to live underwater because I'm cruder, like a fish. But we played something similar with maybe like a round shell that we used to knock around underwater. And it kind of just takes me back a little bit, makes me think about my youth. Before it all went wrong. But yeah, okay, that's uneventful start, but we arrive at a destination, which is, you arrive in a small outpost or enclave run by the minor faction, New Uprising, okay. And it is, okay, Outreach Embassy. Right, what does it say here? Search for anyone, okay, choose one. Either search for anyone who might know your target to gain 1 favor, or speak with a local who works here and then rest to gain 1 motivation. I need favor more than motivation at the moment, so we're going to search for anyone who might know your target to gain 1 favor. Right, I think this can be either, I don't think rolling on outsiders is going to cause any problem for this. So we're going to roll and see which of the search tables we're going to use. And it is 3 notorious. Okay, so we're going to use the search table in here. Search table is, where is it? There it is. D6, a 5. We find a local who's been paid to keep an eye out for nomads. Gain 1 notoriety. What blatant lie do they tell you to hide their true motive? Didn't we have this in was it episode 1? We found that guy who was like a snitch, who was telling us a blatant lie to kind of tell us the truth without telling us the truth, kind of thing. So maybe I noticed them kind of shadowing me, following me. I walk around a corner, sort of wait, and then as this local kind of turns the corner, I sort of confront them. You know, what are you doing following me? And he said, oh, no, I don't know who you are. I'm just out shopping for food. Even though he has no food on him. And the area that we are has absolutely no food kiosks, stalls or whatever. So I just sort of push him against the wall, tell him to go away, mind his own business or else. Right, we get 1 notoriety, yay! And for the destination, we also gained 1 favor. Thank you very much. Right, but nothing else happens apart from that, but that's okay. Got a couple of boosts. It is now the 2nd loop, the 2nd turn, and we go back to the exploration. So we're carrying on. We're moving out from the embassy, and we're going to carry on moving and traveling, and we find anything? A 3. If your notoriety is 5 or higher, you encounter a lead. Otherwise, roll once on the exploration events table. Okay. Now, we are going to roll to see which of the tables we're rolling on. So I roll, I get a 4. So this time we're actually going to roll on the outsiders tables. So I'll get my book noisily. Bum, bum, bum. And exploration tables. Right. Hopefully these aren't going to sort of contradict sort of the planet I'm on or the sort of environment that I'm playing. But we'll see. Right, event, we get a 2, 6. So table 1 to 2 and event 6. Hang on. I've had this before. Yeah, I had this in episode 2. All right, never mind. I'm gonna come up with the same events every now and again every week. But let's have it. You greet a nervous local who operates a vehicle. It ferries freight across a large body of water. Water. This is a mega urban planet. Maybe there's like a dam or a reservoir or something, and the water's really not good, really not clean. They tell you to get in now. Yeah, last time we had the 2 hostiles. What we're going to get this time? We're going to get 3. A monster! A monster erupts from the water. Defeat it to recruit a fellow passenger. Asset, yes? Why are these incidents becoming more common? Not really, we've only just got here. But basically, I come to, maybe I cross like a dam, and there's a guy has his like raft or his small boat sort of hooked up to sort of a small dock on the side of the dam, sort of facing outwards towards the wasteland, the mega cities behind me. And basically he's, you know, gesturing to me to get in the boat quickly now. And as I step onto the boat, there's like a big splash of water nearby, and there's this huge sort of like maybe like a squid-like creature. Yeah. Think Lord of the Rings at the Dwarven Hold. What was the name of that place? Moria. Yeah. If you've watched Lord of the Rings, there's a scene where they arrive at the door to Moria, and then there's this big squid thing in the water outside, the Watcher in the water or something. Yeah, something similar to that, but more sci-fi, more alien. So, defeat it to recruit a fellow passenger. Now it says recruit. So do I have to still... I don't think I have to make a check here, because it says defeat it to recruit a fellow passenger, not try to recruit. So, okay. So we are going to steady ourselves on the vehicle and sort of make ourselves ready as the monster approaches. Now, it is a monster. It doesn't say that it's a hostile, a lead, or anything else. It basically is just a monster. So I don't think threatening it's going to work. It's a squid. So I think I'm just going to go straight to combat. +3 attack and 1 defense. We have 3 defense. This is all, should I do ranged or melee? I mean, melee, I've got better stats. I'll do melee. This thing's probably going to be, I mean, this thing, if I'm thinking in terms of being a squid, this could also potentially be ranged as well as its tentacles. But I've got lower attack. So I think I'm going to do it melee. So it's 3v3, and they've got 1 defense. I've got 3 defense. I've got nothing else. I've got no assets. This isn't helping. Right, let us go to the attack. Right. So it's 3v3. First combat turn, 3v3. Here we go. This looks familiar from the last episode. I think I'm going to have to... Should I use motivation? I don't need to use motivation yet, I don't think. So I think I'll just take this on my defense. So next round, that's better. So they've got no defense left. Next round, come on. That's a draw. That's a draw. Now, if I use a motivation to... Actually, I've got 2 defense left, don't I? I can afford to do this one more time, I think. God, I hope I don't regret this. And we attack with our 3rd. Sorry, the 3rd, 4th. Can't remember what turn it is, but the next turn. There we go. There we go. Cost me 2 defense. I almost use a motivation, but it's okay. So we defeat the monster. My defense will reset. Now, for attacking, we can either kill it or spare it. Kill, notoriety, spare 1 favor. I'm going for the notoriety. because I want to. I want more notoriety, but also if you spare a squid, it's going to come back. It's an animal. It's going to come back and attack again. And we're going to have squid barbecue on the boat as we journey across this this reservoir, this lake, this dam thingy bob. So I'm going to kill it, and we get another notoriety. Very nice. Now we were using this one, yes. So defeat it to recruit the passenger. It doesn't say try. Defeat it to recruit. Should I try? I mean, okay, which book will be used for the recruit anyway? Notorious. All right. So we're using the Notorious book this time. Recruit. Here we go. Automatically. It doesn't say automatically succeed. It says defeat it to recruit a fellow passenger. I mean, the way that I'm reading it, I'm reading it as if it's automatic. Defeat it to recruit a fellow passenger, not to try and recruit or attempt to recruit. It says to recruit. So I'm just going to take it as being automatic. And we rolled, it's Notorious, so we're getting one of these. So this this guy on this boat that was ferrying freight across this sort of dam reservoir, we are getting a 4. Master Artisan or Endearing Mascot. Yeah, I'm thinking Endearing Mascot because that would fit this little boat guy. Okay, you may spend some time helping them to craft or upgrade a piece of equipment. It provides +1 defense against your next lead or target, then requires repairs and may not be used again. So essentially, I'm not getting the mascot. They're giving me a piece of equipment that gives me a +1 defense. I'll take that. Let me just quickly write that down. Right, I mean, this one was simple. Endearing mascot, next lead, +1 defense. So it's only, I can't save it, that's the thing. So I have to use this against my next lead. I haven't found any leads yet, but this is definitely something very, very useful. Okay, we are now going back to our, what do we did? We did the exploration. We're now, hang on. Anything else? Why are these incidents becoming more common? Maybe as this reservoir and sort of every sort of area of water on this planet is becoming more and more polluted because of the urbanization of the planet, maybe these creatures are finding less and less of their natural food and are sort of attacking people more and more because, like I say, of the increasing population as this planet's becoming sort of overrun by urban cities and stuff. I think that makes sense. Right, we are continuing now, and we're going back to Notorious because this is what we're using for the basic rolls. So that was the exploration. So this guy takes us across the reservoir, gives us a piece of equipment that's going to help us, bump, bump, and then lets us off on the other side at 2. A small outpost or enclave run by the challenging faction, run by the Red Moon. Oh, not called Mos Eisley by any chance, is it? Is it number 2? Red Moon Towers. Well, it's probably still a more wretched hive of scum and villainy. We must be cautious. Small outpost or enclave. It's called the Red Moon Towers for this planet. So maybe it's a sort of a very built-up area on the edge of the reservoir, lots of tall apartment buildings. Think kind of block wars in Judge Dredd kind of environment. And probably run by the same kind of people. The Red Moon is like a thieves guild, like a ganger guild kind of thing, very much like Necromunda kind of gangers, I think. That's the sort of vision I have, but they're more assassin instead of brutes. Okay, so choose one. Search for anyone who might know where your target is to gain a favor, or speak with a local and then get 1 motivation. I think we're going to search again because I think I need favor more than motivation at the moment. My motivation is 4. I could probably do it if I get another favor and I'm getting +2 to my reaction rolls. So I think I'm going to do a search again to see what I find. Which search? Did I check random search last time? I don't think I did, but I'll do a search, random search in Notorious. Okay, so it's the same book anyway. It's the same book anyway. So we're searching. We found a little guy following us last time. What are we going to find this time? A 3. Sorry, that was a 3. So what do we find? Nobody has seen your target and you've wasted precious time. No! Lose 1 motivation. Why can't you find anyone here who's willing to talk? Well, because it's run by the Red Moon. It's a thieves guild, assassins guild. They're not going to give away a lot of information here. It makes sense. But losing 1 motivation is not preferable. So I've got 3 motivation now, but I do get +1 favour. Not a good trade, to be honest. I need those motivation points. So I've now got 3 favour, 2 notoriety, and 3 motivation. Dang it! Oh, blast that Red Moon. Right. So that is all that happens in the destination. So our 2 loops so far, explore and destination, haven't really generated much. I mean, we've got an asset, so I can't really complain too much. Right, we're going to leave the Red Moon Towers, this built up sort of apartment area. It's just, nobody's going to say anything here. I'm not going to find out any information here with the Red Moon sort of dominating this area, because you're going to get a knife in your back. So I'm just going to leave this area, hopefully safely, and continue my journey. Where are we going to go now? We get a 3 again. I got that last time. 3. If your notoriety is 5 or higher, nope. Roll once on the exploration events table. Okay. Now, again, which book are we going to use? 5. Outsiders. Okay. So we roll. Which event are we getting? We're getting a 6-2. Last time was a 2-6. We've got the inverse this time. So 6-2. All right, what does it say here? A starfighter flies past. It turns and begins an attack run on your position. Its laser fire erupting the ground around you. Oh no! Stay on target. Stay on target. Roll a dice. 6. The dust settles and you're alive. A familiar ship barrel rolls out of sight. What? A familiar ship barrel. So what, somebody shot it down? Gain 1 motivation. Okay. Just get back the motivation we lost. That's okay. What else? What else? What else? Which rival nomad also took on this contract? Huh? It's a nomad? It's a nomad ship? Oh no. We had problems with the nomad in episode 2. Trilogy. Oh god, it's not him again, is it? I captured him last time. I didn't actually kill him last time, did I? I chose to capture him. Is he coming back? I mean, that would kind of link episode 2 to episode 3 slightly and link the story all together. Oh no. If I'd rolled a 1 to 3, it bears the markings of the challenging faction, which would have been Red Moon. But I mean, it doesn't. Which rival nomad also took on the contract? I'm thinking that Tilo may have escaped. I'm thinking that he may have escaped, and I'm thinking that he could be a problem. But it says here, a familiar ship barrel rolls out of sight. Ship barrel. Oh, why am I reading this wrong? I'm thinking in terms of a ship barrel, like the component of a bloody ship. I'm reading it wrong. I'm reading it wrong. A familiar ship barrel rolls out of sight. I'm thinking, what? Somebody shot it down. There's a piece of a gun here. Oh no! No, it barrel rolls out of sight. Yeah, that makes a lot more sense than suddenly coming across a piece of the gun. Right, so yeah, maybe I recognise this as Tilo Bay's ship. Oh no, yeah, yeah, okay, yeah. So it's Tilo Bay. He must have escaped and is coming for revenge. Yeah, all right. He was a deserter nomad that basically tried to claim my contract, get me to do all the work, and then he could kind of grab the contract and get the rewards and stuff. And I defeated him. I captured him in episode 2, part 3. He's back. Tilo's back. All right. The story continues. The story is making sense. We've got links and relationships and loops everywhere, right? So that is the exploration event. As I'm walking away from the Red Moon Towers, the starship comes down, blast, 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 and I recognize it as being Tilo Bay's ship. Right. We are now going to continue. We're going back to the Notorious book because we are going to go to our next destination. So, after being shot out by the starship and realizing that this rival nomad is now out for revenge, we continue our journey and we arrive at another outpost or enclave. So maybe we haven't completely left the domain of the Red Moon. So maybe I go back as I'm sort of escaping and trying to avoid the starship. Maybe I go back into the Red Moon Towers, into this small area controlled by the Red Moon, and trying to hide from the starship and prevent being deaded, killed. So I'm going back into the Red Moon Towers where we just were. So we're going back to the same destination. Right, search or speak. I'm thinking that this time, I think this time I'm going to get the motivation. So this time I'm just going to speak with a local who works here and then rest to gain 1 motivation. So I'm speaking to somebody. We get a 3, so Notorious. So Notorious, we're speaking. All right, add half our favor, rounded up. Half, so we're getting a +2 to the roll. We get just enough. Okay, great. We get a 7 to 6. What do we find out? A 4. They had a past encounter with a prominent faction leader. What history do they share and how have they both changed? I met one of them a long time ago. They were different then. Let's roll for which faction. So, Old Empire. So maybe, okay, past encounter with a prominent Old Empire leader. So maybe both of them joined the Old Empire and they were in the infantry together. Maybe they served in the same unit and they sort of knew each other. But maybe this local had to sort of leave military service because of injury. And the other guy basically did really well for themselves and got promoted. And maybe, again, maybe the guy changed. Maybe he's become a lot more evil empire rather than sort of down and out local kind of thing. But we are actually in the Red Moon Tower. So maybe this guy has had to resort to sort of theft, stealing, burglary in order to survive, you know. So he's really sort of hit rock bottom in terms of dealing with the Red Moon. But the other guy has, again, become quite a successful leader in the Old Empire. Okay, a little bit of flavour to the story. And that is the loop done. Now, was I supposed to get any other benefits from this? I think I was going to get speak motivation. So I don't think I ticked off the motivation. So I think I get motivation. I don't think I've already ticked that. I'll put in the edit if I did it wrong. But I don't think I've put the motivation there just yet. But speak and then get 1 motivation. Okay, so that is another loop done. We've done 3 loops so far. Explore, destination, so we've done 3 loops so far. How are we doing? I still need to get at least 1 more notoriety before I have a chance of finding a lead. My favour is okay. My motivation is good. And I have 1 asset, who is a mascot, who I'll be getting an extra defense for when I do meet the first lead. Okay. I think we'll do 1 more loop. 1 more combination of explore and destination, and then we'll call this video done, I think, because I don't want these videos to be too long. They're already quite long at sort of 40+ minutes each. But yeah, we'll do one more. We'll do one more loop. Hopefully, I can get that +1 notoriety that I need to start looking for leads. Right, let us go back to exploring. So we leave the Red Moon Towers once again. The starfighter has seemed to have flown away at last. Oh, that Nomad. Could come back to haunt me. He's already shooting at me. He's already escaped. But let us see what our next loop will bring. So, exploration. So we're leaving the Red Moon Towers and we get a 6. Nothing eventful happens. Gain 1 motivation and roll a die. Okay. Maximum motivation now, so I can use some of those and not be too bothered about it. But we've got to roll a die. Bump, bump. We get a 4. A 4. What destruction do you see caused by the intergalactic war? Well, I mean, this planet has Old Empire as the controlling faction and the New Uprising as a minor faction. So there will be skirmishes aplenty on this planet as the New Uprising do their guerrilla attacks and their sabotage attacks. And I'm pretty certain that on a mega urban planet, you can see a lot of destruction everywhere, as well as like nearby where I am now, the Red Moon kind of doing their thing as well. So yeah, I mean, that's what I'm thinking. Intergalactic war, yeah. I mean, the Empire versus the New Uprising, it's obvious. So yeah, a lot of damage around the Red Moon Towers due to the conflict between the Empire and the Uprising. Right. Now we go on to destination. So this will be our final destination for this video. So again, we're leaving the Red Moon Towers. We're moving towards another area. What do we find? Where do we go? We get a 6. You arrive at a fortified base or palace run by the controlling faction. Okay, well, I've got my 1 notoriety that I needed. So in the next video, as we start, I do have a chance of finding a lead. If it's 4 or higher, a hostile guard approaches. Now, we don't have 4, which is good. So I've got +1 notoriety. Roll twice on the destination events. 2 events. Okay. First of all, where are we? The Old Empire Palace, which, funnily enough, is controlled by the Old Empire. It's funny, that how the name gives us the actual controlling faction. Right, gain 1 notoriety. I've done that. I've now got 3 notoriety. So it's not enough to gain the attention of the hostile guard, which is good. Roll twice on the destination events table. Right, so I'm going to roll random for each one, I think. Again, we want the variety, yeah? So for the first destination event, it is in the Notorious book. So this book. There you go. And the first event is 2, 3. So it's the first table, event 3. People travel from all over to visit the clinic of a renowned healer or doctor. It seems their services are in demand. Okay, we're going to roll. 1 to 3, you join the line, but someone reacts to your scar and feels it's not worth the hassle. A 4 to 6, you eventually get to meet the asset and may try to recruit them. Okay, so we roll and we get... No, I wanted the asset. Right, we rolled a 1. You join the line, but someone reacts to your scar and you feel it's not worth the hassle. What bothered someone about your appearance? Well, my scar is my melee weapon. I spent a lot of time with the Mystic Coven. My melee weapon is a signature weapon of choice of that coven. So maybe this person has an issue with the Mystic Coven, or maybe the Mystic Order in the core planets. They have an issue with the whole mystic element, the whole force is with you kind of thing. And it could generate problems. Maybe the Old Empire has a bounty out. Again, like in a certain franchise that we all know and love, if you know that there is a Jedi walking around and you can like inform the local stormtroopers, yeah? So maybe it's something like that. Maybe they think that I'm actually one of the mystics. And it's something that the Old Empire is like They use propagandas to kind of turn people against that. And we are actually in the old Empire Palace. So we're actually in a very old Empire controlled area. So yeah, I'm thinking that's the cause. They see my weapon, they come to a conclusion that maybe I am one of the mystics, and maybe it's upsetting them. It could cause a riot, it could cause a problem, so I'm just going to get out of there. Okay. Dang it, I could have done with a doctor. Okay, never mind. So nothing really happens there. That's the first event. We do have to do another one because we have 2 events for this location. The second event is going to be Notorious as well. Okay, so the second event is 1-6. So same table, but down the bottom here. You see an unaffiliated mercenary or rebellious civilian being intimidated by a hostile soldier or guard. The way it's written, I'm kind of thinking that that could be an asset as well. Oh yeah, it says down here, recruit the asset. Right, so they're +2 attack, +1 defense. Something, okay, so roll a dice. Let's roll the dice. Now, something about the scene sets off your trigger and you walk away. If you successfully get rid of the hostile, you may try to recruit. So I actually want a 4-6. Let's see what happens. Yay! So, if you successfully get rid of the hostile, you may try to recruit the asset. Okay. Now, it is a hostile, so I can try to threaten. Now, if I fail the threaten, they're going to be at +3 attack, which is the same as me. I'm only getting a +2 to the roll, so I don't think I'm going to threaten. I think I'm just going to attack. I mean, I can... Notoriety. Notoriety. So I'm gonna attack this guy. I'm not gonna threaten. So they've got a 1 defense. I have a 3 defense. So we're just going to do a straightforward attack on this guy because I want the notoriety. Not much role playing there. Sorry about that. So it's just a hostile soldier or guard. There's only 1. So +2. So +2 attack. So I'm +3. So it's 3 versus 2. First roll. There's no point using motivation on this, is there? I've got to roll a 6. And they have to roll a 1. So no, I'm not using motivation on that. That's the worst roll I can actually get. So I lose 1 defense. They get 1 hit in, but my armor deflects the blow. Second attack. God, what's with all the 1s? But I succeed with this because they get a 3, I get a 4. Gets rid of their defense. Next attack roll, or next attack turn. Oh no. Oh no. Should I use motivation? No, I've still got defense left. It's fine. Next turn, next attack or combat round. Here we go. My defense is really helping me out here. 5 against 6, so we win because they've got no defense left. And I am going to kill this guy. I know he's in the doctors. Maybe they can bring him back to life, but I'm going to kill him. Why? Because I'll be getting 1 notoriety. Why is that good? Because I have I've got a better chance now of finding leads in the next video. But before that happens, we have to, if I remember, we've got to check because we could actually get this guy as a recruit. We may try to recruit the asset. All right. So recruiting unaffiliated mercenary or rebellious civilian. I've got a feeling that it's one of the ones here. Again, if it actually specifies the assets by name, I think we need to use, yeah, we have to use the table in question rather than roll randomly. So what would they give us? Oh, they attack before we attack. Okay, so they sort of run in and try to attack the guy before I do. Okay. If they win, if they lose. Okay. So we roll half my favour. So I'm getting a +2. Come on, I could do with this. There we go. So we gain an asset. Right. We'll take the rebellious civilian, I think. They attack the next hostile lead or target you encounter before you can react. They have +1 attack. So they're not brilliant, but they may be able to get rid of defense, and they may actually be able to take out, again, lead, hostile lead or target. Anyway, it's a bonus. So they have +1 attack, no defense. If they win, lose 1 notoriety and their debt is repaid. Ugh. If they lose and die or get captured, gain 1 motivation. I mean, either way, it's helpful. So what I'll do is I'm going to write that here. Give me 1 second. Right, I've just put here rebellious civilian for the next combat. Yeah, hostile lead or target, they attack first. Now I haven't put down the details because there's a lot here that I would need to put. So I'm just going to reference Notorious, page 19, just as a reference, so I can come here and I can easily see the details. Like I say, there's not enough space there. But that is the second event in the destination. So we have done 1, 2, 3, 4 loops. Haven't found any leads or the target yet, but I do have 4 notorieties. So there is a decent chance that in the next video, in part 2, we can actually start locating leads and make our way to the target. In this, the 3rd and final episode of the trilogy. So guys, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you have enjoyed all the episodes so far. This is going to be the video, what, 7 of the trilogy? But I'm really enjoying this game. I enjoyed it before, but the Outriders is just bringing much more of the same, but also more elements to the game, like the trilogy mode. So I will see you in part 2 of episode 3. Until then, take care, stay safe, cheers.